she said that you guys bonded on crazy shit that you laughed at.
Well, that's
most
true.
people don't laugh at.
That's true, but there's if you want to get into the details of it, it definitely varies. It's definitely different.
So there's if you were to graph it, there'd be a spike around brown talk
for her.
Not for you
sure.
so much.
No.
Oh.
So for me, I think it's like, for instance, I enjoy those conversations and those talks too. Somebody's like, whatever, a fart story, shit story.
Yeah, that's always funny.
I'm always in.
Yeah, what's not funny about that?
But
right?
she gets tears.
Okay.
So there's something in her wiring where like you talk
to get
about
her back in here out of the microscope.
It's hilarious.
Okay.
For me, that same thing exists, that level of hysteria for things sexually related.
But macabre sexually related.
Yeah, and the more deviant it is, the harder I laugh.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the more it upsets someone, that's when it really gets me going.
But
I know what that's tied to. I think that's tied
psychopathy
to
again. We're just both here with psychopaths.
No, I think that is tied to. I still do get a thrill out of upsetting my mother.
Do you have a brother?
No,
it's your mom.
Yeah,
so it's pulling her hair kind of thing.
I mean, to this day, if you like belch in front of her, she gets upset. I laugh. If you say something, like the more horrific the thing is that I'm describing,
is there something about her reaction that's especially humorous?
Yes.
What is it about her reaction? Other than it's funny when moms.
She has so much disapproval.
Oh yeah,
and she's a funny accent. She's very animated.
It's weird how both your parents have funny accents.
Yeah, it's true.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, she's very animated.
What's her accent?
She's Peruvian, so she has a Spanish accent.
Right.
And
so it's the disdain that's so funny.
So funny to me. And I still love upsetting her. I still love her disapproval.
Do you think she's hiding with that disdain a little laughter of her own? Like she's kind of laughing inside and has to express the disdain? Or is it really, she just is very
and most of the time she's very, very upset.
So is it upset or grossed out? Disgusted?
Both. So a lot of times she'll express her disappointment. Like I told her
she
that. She
disappointed you, but that's not funny.
It makes me laugh when she's revolted and disgusted. Like,
yeah, disgust is the thing, right?
Right.
And not disappointment.
Well, that's true. I guess it's the disgust that's funnier.
Yeah,
that's true.
And so, when was the first time you just fully disgusted your mom that you found it to be funny?
When I learned how to say certain, I think, curse words in Spanish, because that's her native language, and I was learning it.
Yeah.
And I just went and I started just yelling all the bad words.
Mierda, that got her.
All that stuff. She got really mad.
Well, that's mad. That's not disgusted.
That's true.
Did you laugh when she got mad?
Yeah, I laughed, and then she spanked me, and I laughed harder. And then she pinched me, and that fucking hurt.
Pinched you?
Yeah, she took her nails and she twisted my, because she saw that I wasn't hurt by the spanking.
I'm going to give you such a pinch.
Yes, a pinch. And I was like, ow, fuck! And then that was the punishment.
Pinches are funny.
That hurt though.
But it's funny.
Is it?
It's funny.
I guess. Well, I guess see the visual of it.
Just saying it. I'm going to give you such a pinch.
Yeah. Well, she didn't say it either. She was like frustrated that she didn't get me
with the spanking.
Did
she generally hit you, or is that?
No. That was like a special kind of
for saying bad words. In Spanish.
It was like
and for some reason for you, then it was game on.
Well, I'm trying to think of specific incidents. I remember, like she would be like, especially like in a lot of those Latin cultures, they really have pretty impressive manners around. The dinner table. If you spend time in like Latin households, it's usually very proper, formal the way you eat, and like you could tell a lot about a family. Like it's not wealth, it's like the family by the behavior of the kids, right?
So the status was determined more by the behavior than by what they had or something.
Exactly. So
did you see Roma?
I didn't.
Okay.
Is it good?
No. But it'll be interesting for you because it has a lot of those stuff.
I still love telling my mother a horrific thing to wait for her disgust. You know what I mean?
So why would disgust?
When she's like, please stop me, please, like that, I just start laughing.
It is funny.
It is funny.
Or
like I'll talk to her and I'll just like I'll go like, I'll burp. And she's like, I please. And like, I know that she's like,
it feels like, was she able to like deal with babies and baby diapers and things like that?
Yeah, she was okay with that. I feel like when
did she take care of your kids?
She doesn't. Well, she lives on another coast. You know?
She never sees your kids, or no?
Yeah, but it's just like it's not that frequently. But no, she's fine with like she's fine with changing diapers and stuff. But like, I'll still walk into a room like, Mom, check this out, and I'll fart, you know, or I'll belch loudly, or I'll say like something on the news, like there'll be like a cartel murder, and I'll be like, oh, you know, they stabbed these notes into people. Like, and then they made everybody watch them die. And she's like, and I'm like, I know, it's pretty crazy, right? Like, because I just watched her reaction.
Did your dad do the same thing to her?
No. She would really voice her disapproval.
Does she rage? Is she a rageful person?
She has some rage to her, yeah.
So you know, sometimes there can be a little fieriness
to her for sure.
Yeah. Is this a way of deflecting that? Maybe
that's an interesting. I'd never thought of that. That's totally possible. Yeah. So to try to you saw the rage in there, didn't want to have anything to do with that, but you can connect with her over disgust. Yeah.
It also put you in control a little bit.
That is true, because then you're driving the
boat, but you're also deflecting from anything serious, because now you're laughing, and
that's true.
And now she gets angry, but she's not really angry. It's sort of feigned anger. It's not the ragefulness, unless she's going to give you a pinch.
A pinch. Fucking pinch hurts, man.
You have siblings? I
have two sisters.
Yeah. And they didn't. I wonder, did you make fun of them and make them disgusted?
Yeah, I try to do disgusting things to them.
They're just not as funny when they react.
Yeah, I mean, one of my sisters has less of a reaction to it. The older sister, she was like, "That's kind of cool." She's a real fucking animal, though.
Oh, so there's some Segura trait.
Yeah. And then my dad's a fucking savage, but he dials it down to he doesn't talk about it
unless you're in the house.
If it's me, then he'll be like, he's like, it's just a little bit of shit on my shirt. You know, I'm like, dude, no one says it's just a little bit of shit.
So his Browntown humor was just sort of...
he's the most comfortable with that.
Matter of fact.
Which is so funny to me, because he's so comfortable. He's not even like, hey, you want to hear something gross?
Yeah.
It's like, this is just...
It's just happening.
What I had for lunch kind of story.
Yeah.
And then she is like, I never want to hear anything about that.
Is that now he's saving it for you because he doesn't get to do it around his wife? Or do you think maybe he throws a few punches at her if he lands a few?
I don't know. I really feel like he's pretty well trained to not float any of that stuff by her for entertainment.
So because even though he'd like to,
maybe, but she's so not amused by it. But with me, like, he used to call me and be like literally, I'd be like, hello. He's like his brown humor was breaking out. He had to release it somewhere. It wasn't even humor. Was the part where he would go, I would just go, hello.
I'd tell you about a big shit he just took.
I took like, this is how it started. No. He'd be like, just took a shit, and there was no paper in the stall. So I had to get up, kind of waddle over to the next stall, use some paper there, but then some of it splashed on my cheeks. So I had to go get some wet wipes and then clean that.
This is his opening volley?
This is not even high Tom? Not even high Tom. And I go, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, I love you, buddy. I got to go, okay? Like that. And then just hung up the phone. And I'd be like, what was that? And then that was just his story.
It was his I love you.
Yeah.
I had shit hanging out.
Yeah.
And I just like that it's bursting out of him. He's got to call you
right away.
The story.
Yeah. Just same thing with farts. He's like, I farted, and then some of it splattered. And then, I didn't need to take a shower. It wasn't that bad. I'm like, what? And then he's just like, yeah, I'm going to watch the game. I'll call you later, buddy.
Does Christina know this piece of your dad?
Oh, yeah.
She loves your dad.
She, because of her shit humor, actually.
Oh, she's into it.
She made him feel like, see, he used to say it to me like as normal, even though I would laugh.
Right,
I was like,
she elevates it.
She elevates it. So she's like, you got any cool fucking fart stories? And then, yeah. That's very much the case.
What is Christmas like around your house when these two families get together?
Oh, it's insane.
You've got that's your grandma's house. That's the next installation after my show.
Why do you think I enjoy watching it so much?
That,
or just in general? That stuff.
I can't figure it out yet. I have not put my. I have to get to know you a little bit better. I cannot figure it out.
Or just somebody doing I
understand you like you remind me. There's some people that have the talent with comedy that like torturing with their comedy.
What do you really?
Literally killing. Like it's a kind of like Corolla's that way. Like he likes it when you're destroyed. You're laughing so hard you like can't breathe. You're destroyed.
Well, every comic likes that.
Not
right?
every comic likes that.
Really?
You do. Adam does, and that's I think that's a certain kind of talent where you can. I don't know what it is you guys do, but you're able to up that. You go on whatever that
push
is.
It
You push until everyone's destroyed.
Yeah.
And that's as a consumer of your comedy, that's really fun.
Yeah.
Because it's a certain thing you rarely get to do in life is be lost. You're laughing so you can't stand it. And so I recognize it and appreciate it when people can do that. And you're one of those people that could do that.
Oh, thanks. I think about the fact that I really myself laugh really hard at inappropriate behavior. And I think one of my favorite formulas is the person acting inappropriately in a setting that is especially inappropriate. You know what I mean?
Like the dolls with the caveman?
Well, not more. I was thinking more like let's say somebody on a ranting and raving, saying crazy shit in a bank.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that, the juxtaposition.
I like that. Yeah.
It really makes me laugh.
Yeah.
That they're saying something that like you shouldn't say in public, but now in this quiet business setting, it's even more heightened.
Yes, but you like the sexually inappropriate, the macabre sexual.
That's the best.
Is it because it's so just inexplicable?
I think I don't know.
Because I can't quite tie it to your mom and her disgust. I know that there's sort of a little bit of a hook there, and a little bit of a hook with your dad and his shit talk, which is rather good on him.
Mm-hmm.
But the sexually macabre, seems like it came later.
I think that some of that is like that Catholic.
Yeah, there you go.
Upbringing.
Tell me more about that. Did you go to Catholic school?
Oh yeah, and my parents are very Catholic.
Okay, that makes more sense to me. Because something's got to hook it into the shit talk.
I remember trying to talk, like when you're young and a boy, you want to talk about sex at a certain point and masturbating.
Yeah.
And I think you just want to know that masturbating is normal.
Yeah.
So I didn't dream of asking my mother about it.
Oh.
I mean, she was just like, "You'll go to hell." She thought you'd go to hell if you look at a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and like if we would be watching TV and a woman was on a bikini, she'd be like, "Are you watching pornography?"
Oh.
And I was like, "It's just a woman at the beach."
Yeah.
You know. So one time I talked to my dad. I remember this. So I was trying to think of. You're nervous to bring it up.
Sure.
And I was young.
Yeah.
I was like 10. I go, I was trying to bring up how that I masturbated, and I wanted to know that it was okay. I go, I was in the shower, and I was like washing. He was like, and I go, and then I was washing like between my legs, and then all this stuff came out.
And he went, "I took a big shit today."
No, he goes, next time don't wash her that long.
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like. That was his
sex talk with you.
That was his sex. Next time, don't do it that long.
It feels like that your glee in the sexual macabre is a little bit of a fuck you to all that Catholic oppression stuff.
I think you're onto something there.
That makes some sense to me.
Yeah.
And you have glee in taking it. Really, we can't talk about masturbation. Watch where we can go.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to Terry.
I think you're right.
Caveman.
I think that is.
Let's all go. And
why am I paying a therapist when you fucking did this in like 20 seconds?
Just the comedy part. Just the comedy part.
No, I think you're totally right.
That makes sense now. And your mom's disgust and your dad's shit talk sort of sets it up as fertile territory to go. You can go all those directions because you can tolerate making somebody disgusted and you can tolerate the shit talk. It's perfect.
I want to put out a comedy special that breaks my parents' heart, you know?
and get excommunicated at the same time.
It would make me
perfect.
so happy.